Hello guys, it's NautoAce. So if you just heard, and I heard this from Game Explain, Spawnwave, and Nintendo Prime, is Nintendo finally gonna drop the Nintendo Creators Program. So for me personally, I don't give a care about it due to the fact that I don't make a living on YouTube. They took away my quote unquote enabled to add due to the fact, of course, I don't have subscribers, but it is what it is. So this situation really doesn't really affect me. However, the story behind here is for people who are affected, who makes a living on YouTube, or basically able to monetize their video. And the story here is that in the past, Nintendo basically had a rule, especially on YouTube. I think it's also another video, platform site, but on YouTube, let's just talk about YouTube here, is that any Nintendo material copyright you use, Nintendo automatically content ID, and that's a keyword there, content ID the video, whatever. That means with content ID, Nintendo gets all the money. So if you're not making money, you don't really give a care about it, then there's nothing wrong with it. Like myself, believe it or not, I have a lot of content ID from Nintendo. Nothing happened, my channel's still up. Both of my channel, believe it or not. I've done a lot of Nintendo showcase, nothing. Because I don't make money. And here's the funny part, some of them, kind of weird, and believe me or not, I really don't care. Kind of went 180. It refers to this issue. So at one point they were claimed by Nintendo, and then for strange reason, not anymore. I don't know. It doesn't matter for me, because like I said, I don't make that much money there. Now I can't even, so doesn't matter. So that's a different story then. So, but basic for some people who does, and especially the big one that everybody knows, is Angry Joe. I did talk about this before a long time ago, and the gist of it was I kind of called out Angry Joe because every time he puts up a Nintendo product, makes a video, and I hate to say this, and I have no problem with Angry Joe, but sorry man, I have to call you out on this. And even Ian, when they give their opinion about it, I'm with Ian here, he was being a baby. I'm sorry to say, he was being a baby. He did a video about Mario Party 10, I think, that's what it's called. And then after a while, he was being a baby about it. I'm sorry. I mean, Angry Joe, you do good content, but when it comes to Nintendo, you're like, come on. I mean, that's like just Nintendo. It's called free publicity on you. When people see your work, maybe they'll go flock more. But, I agree with what Ian said there, but that's beside the point. Yeah, especially if you're making a living on YouTube, a lot of this thing, especially a lot of content creator, they don't really like that because in their eyes, the principle is, I worked so hard to compose this video, I should make money out of it. Again, whatever, but remember what Adam basically said is, it is copyright material. Nintendo has the right. They own the material, so they can do whatever they want with it. You may have permission, but they probably said, hey, we get the money, you're allowed to share your passion. But again, people have different opinion about it. So, but now they finally removing the creators program, and they're changing the rules. So in other words, that's why a lot of, especially YouTubers, are so happy, is that finally they can put Nintendo stuff in their channel, who makes a living on YouTube, without any worrying that content ID. And by the way, like I said, content ID is not a strike, but like I said, people who makes a living on YouTube, they make a fuss about it. I'm sorry to say, they do make a fuss about it, but whatever. So the bottom line is now, especially Angry Joe, and I know I'm calling this guy because he's one of the major ones that basically was very, very vocal about this. He's very vocal. I mean, from what I heard, it was even a miracle he was able to monetize his Breath of the Wild review, because people wanted him to do it, and he wanted to do it, but he couldn't do it because, Nintendo was they claim his video, meaning he's not going to make any money, but that's it. But again, I can understand that if you're making a living on YouTube, every video counts, and you can't basically say, oh look, I can't have not that video be monetized. I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, dude, like, relax. 1 or 2 videos, I don't think it's gonna hurt. And if you think it is, I guess so. Because, like I said, for me, I don't make a living on YouTube. Just saying that. But the overall is that now everybody can be happy because they have some new guidance rule, but they are more lenient before. In other words, you can finally monetize your Nintendo video. So there you go. Props. For me, like I said, doesn't matter. I need at least 1,000 subscribers in my main channel, then maybe I could do it. But I mean, when I remember the time even when I did it, believe it or not, I was able to put out on my video on the Nintendo one, and Nintendo probably didn't care that much, but I was a small guy, so it doesn't really matter. But again, that was in the past, whatever. But the bottom line is now everybody can be happy, and I can see now Joe probably going to put no more Nintendo stuff. I mean, I think from what I heard, the only rule they say it was more complex. I have to read on it. Spawnway basically had a list on it, and Nintendo Prime did a video, but he also did like a live stream, so he probably, I'll link those video in the description box so you can understand more about it. But I guess, at least Nintendo's going the right way, unlike Sony. And times have changed. It's another Freaky Friday. It used to be, I remember Nintendo was very strict, but now they're changing their way because, well, one is they're not on the top. Ever since the loss of the Wii U, they were in bottom tier. So Shuntaro Furukawa's probably trying to figure out how to make it better. And one of them is allowing people to monetize, to basically make money, monetize type on Nintendo Video. Second, uncensored. The games are very uncensored. While Sony, now they're very, very strict. And the rumor has it is that because they wanted people who are under 17 to like Sony, because Sony is meant for late teens to adult, and that's why a lot of people always say Nintendo is for kids because their image was a kid. They're like Disney for video games, But now Nintendo's trying to change their image. Now it's for everyone, so not only for kids, adult, teen. So they're putting M-rated games. They're putting like fan service game. While Sony, either they're trying to tone down so parents can say, hey, Sony's also for kids, which is, dude, Sony, forget about it. Don't bother with the kids. Just have the late teens to the adult like myself. You're doing good in the past, but now you're making this stupid. I mean, the PlayStation Classic was also stupid, but that's a different story there. PlayStation Classic was stupid. The censorship stupid. You gotta reverse it. Take note. Look at what Furukawa's doing. And people are gonna say, okay, we forgive you. Remember, when you do stupid things, you're gonna fall off. That's why Microsoft did. Nintendo for a while did it. They're finally learning their lesson. I don't know. Sorry for that little bit of sidetrack there, but you get the idea. But the bottom line is, Nintendo's changing their way. Not censoring stuff anymore. They used to. Hopefully not even their own games. Except for Smash Brother, but I'm not going to talk about it because that's the leak. I might talk about it in the long run once the game is released. So you're going to have to wait for that one. Sorry. But the bottom line is, yeah, they're changing the way. Awesome. So let's see what else more improvement Nintendo can do. With that, I'll see you guys later.